Oh
Debbie?
my God. Hi, Johnny?
Yes. Hi, I'm Johnny.
Can I sit right here? Do you mind if I
Please
just
take
sort
a
of...
seat. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Mr. Winjoe, can I be perfectly honest with you right now?
Yes, please.
I know we just met, so maybe this is a little much, but Debbie's flustered. I'm feeling a little stressed. I hail from the great state of Minnesota, and, I thought I was pretty good at the public transits, and then I came here, and, I'm a brave chickadee, and so you got a whole alphabet of trains here, and I am literate. I put that on the resume, but it was quite the little puzzle to try to figure out which one to get on. And while people have been generally very friendly, there were some that seemed to want me to go a little faster on the platforms, and that was, I dare I say, a little harrowing. So I've been harrowed, but I'm here, and I'm just pleased as punch to meet ya.
The thing that's amazing about this, and I don't normally believe in a thing like Kismet or Synchronicities, or I do enjoy that album, but you use the word chickadee. And I want to tell you something. I have been having dreams where everything is covered in feathers. Everything of my couch is covered in feathers. Myself is covered in feathers. The sky is made of feathers. When I get into my car in my dream, it's a car made of feathers. I don't know, but I feel like, boy, oh boy, oh boy. What an interesting thing that you used the word chickadee, and I've been dreaming of feathers.
Listen, if you'd come to me about 13 months ago, and you'd said, Debbie, do you believe in Kismet? I would have said, that sounds like a romantic story that's private for your parents' ears. But I gotta tell you something, okay? It's crazy to me that the plumage talk is happening right now, because I was at a Hobby Lobby about 6 months ago, okay? Before I understood their politics. And now it's a no hobby for me, okay, Bobby? No hobby, Bobby. That's what I call it. But I didn't know. I just didn't know. So I was in the Hobby Lobby, and they had a 2 for $10 sale on down feathers.
Really?
And I almost went crazy for it. And then I thought to myself, I said, Debbie, how many pillows you stuff in? And to be totally honest with you, Mr. Winjoe, I didn't have a pillow to stuff. And so I said, I got back it up. Okay, don't get wrapped up in the sales. And then I went over to the bric-a-brac, which is what I was there for. And that is a service I would like to say I can provide. Is I have a very steady hand with bric-a-brac, but I do feel, given the opportunity, I could do a lot with some plumage. Are you taking notes on the res? I see you've got a journal there, and looks like a Crayola.
Yeah, I love wax crayons, and it's one of my favorite things to write with. I'm not really taking notes on the interview itself. I'm just kind of writing random things down occasionally.
Sure, you're an artist, so that makes sense.
Well, here's something I did write down. What is the difference between a CV and a resume? And also, is a CV, is that pronounced a curriculum vitae? Is that how you pronounce it?
Wow. Okay. It's French class all over again. And here I am.
I'm pretty sure it's Latin.
It very well could be, And, here's what I'm going to say about it. To me, a resume is a way, okay? It's a way to get to know me. And a CV is a way to see what V can be. So it's really pick your poison, pass the pastor, Did you want me to be making a CV? Because I think I went towards the resume category, but I could always change it if you needed.
No, this is fantastic.
Okay.
From what I can tell, a resume is a brief description of employment history to a certain extent, with a couple little bonuses added in there.
Sure.
Like, also I was the head of some type of club that everybody loved, and I ran it, like something like that. Whereas a curriculum vitae, if that's pronounced correctly, I think it's like a much longer document, isn't it? It's like pages and pages of like your academic history, and I don't need that at all. Why would I need that? Yeah, no.
That's good.
It does say here on your resume that you are a certified judo master.
Yes, and proud as punch to talk about it. There's a pun there if you want to find it. I am. It's a lifelong passion of mine. I love to highlight it, and I love to talk about it at home. We have a little Christmas dinner or something, and I come out with the hi-ya, the hi, ho, and that's usually towards my little brother, Jerry. And I go, oh, Jerry, you better look out because I heard a judo master's coming over for dinner because it's me. And then I give him another one of the chops. What I learned from it is a real sense of discipline and belonging. And, as a sort of a bit of an ugly duckling there in Minnesota, I'll be honest, living around Pikes Peak, I needed to find my home. And when I discovered Rasmussen's Judo Center, I thought, well, I didn't know the Norwegians were in on this game, but, here we go. And so I walked on in there. I said, hey there, name's Debbie, longtime member of St. Mark's Jazzercise, short-time member of the Speedwalker Club, no-time member of Judo. What can you teach me? And, we got the ropes going. I was actually already wearing the ropes naturally because I'd found them on clearance at the Kmart. Didn't know what they were.
You know something I don't like?
What is it?
Is when someone is asking a question about some type of martial arts, right? And I will then say, like, what robe or, something about the attire. And when people are involved with martial arts, they almost always very hoidily say, actually, that's called a gi.
Oh,
and I am so happy that you did not do that right there, and you call it a robe because it's a robe. It's like
it is.
It's a robe, right? Yeah, it's a robe.
Well, it's a robe, and here, let's get right down to the bottom of it, because the other day I'm in the supermarket and I'm looking for a butter substitute, okay? And I see something loud, proud, glaring up at me, G-H-E-E. It's something called ghee. So I'm so sorry, that already exists in the world, and I already learned a new word. What do you mean it's got another meaning? I'm 47 years old. Synonyms and it's, kind of a losing battle at this point. No, it's definitely, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Sure.
Do you think, I'm so sorry. I realize I'm rambling here. I'm a little parched, and I'm wondering if you've seen the maitre d' of sorts, or did I need to order at the counter?
Let me just get this gentleman's attention right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, Johnny, what's going on? What can I help you with?
My friend Debbie and I would like to place an order for drinks. I think that's what they call it in America. Debbie, go ahead, whatever you'd like.
Okay, sure. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance there. I was wondering about your cafe latte varietals. I'm, in the city.
You like what type of milk we got? That's what you want to know? We got almond milk, we got regular milk, we got 2%. We also got, what is the other one we got? It's not almond, it's another,
Is it oat milk? Do you have oat?
It's oat milk, yeah, we got oat milk. Do you want oat milk?
Oh, Debbie only lives once, so oat milk it is. Yeah, I'll take it.
What size do you want? What size? How many ounces?
Bigger than a bread basket, but smaller than a big gulp.
Okay, let me just write that down. Bigger than a bread basket, smaller than a big gulp. Great. And Mr. Winjoe, the regular?
Yes, absolutely. I'll take the regular. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I gotta be honest with you, Johnny. If I can, again, just for a moment. Not that I've been lying at any point, so it's sort of just been a nonstop honesty train, and that's what I can bring to you. But I didn't know about all the milks.
It's crazy. I've been in Chicago so long that there used to be 5 television stations and 1 type of milk.
5 television stations?
Yeah, 5. 5 Cinco. Oh. Yep. I can name them right now. You got Channel 2 CBS, Channel 5 NBC, Channel 7 ABC, Channel 9 WGN, and Channel 32 WFLD. It's also, you know what, six, because Channel 11 was PBS. But that was it. That was all we had. And when you went to a cafe, which you almost never did because they didn't really exist then, they were called diners. When you go into a diner, you would just say, I want milk, and they'd bring you milk. There wouldn't be all these options. But I think you handled that very well. He definitely came across a little aggressively about the milk question, and I think you really handled it well.
Thank you so much. I'm here to impress. Okay, I'm not afraid to admit it. But 6 channels, holy smoke. Welcome to the new millennium, I guess. That's not what we have going on at home, but...
Are you talking about Minnesota back home or Chicago new home?
Oh, no, I don't have 2 pennies to put together. I don't have big city TV money for all these channels, not yet.
This gets me to my next question.
Sure.
What are your expectations concerning compensation for the job of my personal assistant?
Well, first off, I'd love to be paid. I'll lead with that.
I'm going to put a check mark next to that in peach-colored crayon. There we go.
Oh, I hope that means it's serious. I have associated peaches with seriousness in convos.
Deadly serious. Peach
deadly serious.
means deadly serious.
Now, when it comes to health insurance, really, anything you could throw me. I don't want to go down a dark tale with you, okay? I don't need to take you down the spiral staircase into Debbie's psyche, because then I'm paying you, and we call this a therapy session, okay? But let's just say I've had about as much health insurance the last baker's dozen years as, say, a halfway decent Dollar Tree first aid kit and
Sure.
a wing and a prayer. There's a lot you can do with rubber cement that they don't tell you about.
I'm imagining you have like an open cut maybe on the back of your hand, and instead of going to the hospital because it would cost so much, you instead dab rubber cement over it to kind of keep it protected. Is that at all correct?
That's certainly one thing you could do, but that's just the beginning of it. So thank you so much. Okay, is this my drink? Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's your drink.
Oh, hold the phone there, mister. Don't you take another step away from me. Is that a flower in the top of the milk?
Yeah.
They drew a flower.
Yeah, I'll tell the chef. I'll give him your regards. Anyways, enjoy your beverages.
Are you kidding me? Johnny, look at the artistry.
That is beautiful. Man, this makes me want to eventually order something other than a Diet Coke.
Sure.
Wow.
Do you mind if I take a little sip of her? Because I've never had the oat milk.
Will you take a picture of it first, maybe?
That's a good idea. Hold on, I gotta get my camera out. Just a second. It's a Nikon, and I'm gonna... Okay, yep, this one's for the girls. They're not gonna believe it.
That's the 87 Nikon. That's almost an antique. That's incredible.
It sure is.
Great camera.
It's heavy to hold over the phone, but just a second. We got it. Okay, yep, now I gotta put that back in the pack.
Go ahead and take a sip. I'm going to ask you a question. Well, actually, I'm going to give you an answer to what you were talking about before that beautiful beverage arrived. What I can say is that your pay rate will be $35 an hour, and it's a 40-hour-a-week job. The benefits that you get are generous. I would call them a bushel of health insurance. So full benefits, a bushel full of benefits, however you want to say it. But that's basically the offer, and so that's what you would be getting.
Okay, I'm blown away by quite a few things here. Your generosity of heart and spirit, which is loud and proud and obvious. Okay, a bushel of benefits. Oh, where am I? Scandinavia. Okay, this sounds real good to me. Okay, now I'm drinking new milks. So it sure looks like the world's my oyster today, sir. That sounds quite good to me. That just sounds fantastic. I'm a little overwhelmed, to be totally honest with you.
Did I mention to you that if you'd like, there is on the property that I own on the north side of Chicago, there's the main house, which is where I live. And then there's also a carriage house out in front, which is perfectly lovely residence, and if you would like to, you can live there free of charge.
Oh, I just have one question. Will I need to care for the carriage?
The carriage house in my front yard is completely livable, is like a 3-room apartment, something like that. Yeah, it's a very nice place. So if you want to live there, go bananas.
It's carriage free?
It's carriage free.
And I could live there.
And you could live there.
Are you... Let me set this real quick. I just need to gather my thoughts. Hold on. I think what you're saying to me right now, sir, is that you see a woman in front of you who's taken some chances and had some hard knocks. Not always made the best decisions, but always tried her best. And you are scooping me up out of the downtown YMCA, and you are telling me I can live in a carriage house instead of the carriage, get a bushel of benefits, make $35 God-fearing dollars an hour for 40 hours a week. And they're going to give me milk that comes from grains. I think I've died and gone to heaven. And I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you right now. And I know I'm coming on real strong, and it's part of that Judo training. I just wear my heart on my sleeve, right on my robe. But I think I could be the best gosh darn assistant that you've ever seen this side of the whatever geographical features you have over here, because I gotta be honest, real bad public schooling where I was, so I'm not totally sure what you got going on. But whatever is a good major landmark, I'm going to be the best assistant on either side of it, okay? The whole continental, basically, and a couple extra territories. Mr. Winjoe, if you could just give me a chance, because I really think I could do something here for you, and I just will try my gosh darn hardest, and you just, maybe just take a chance on Debbie. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, I just think this could be a good fit.
Debbie, I'm sorry. There's a dog behind you that is doing something hilarious. He's sitting down and now he's laying down. Oh my goodness. What did you say? I'm sorry. I missed that whole thing.
Oh, no, it's fine. You know, I could start as soon as you need it.
Just give me one. Jerry, one more Diet Coke. Did you want anything else, Debbie?
What about an oatmeal raisin cookie?
And one oatmeal raisin cookie for my new personal assistant, Debbie.
Lord, look what the oats can do.
Now, I want you to tell me about what you've been doing in Chicago since you got here.
So, I had a Pinto. Emphasis on the word had, okay?
Really?
I got in the yeah, I get in the Pinto. I see, okay, sorry. Let's go all the way back. I get a little discombobulated sometimes. I see the ad. I think to myself,